Okay, what do we have here today? Oh, friend dropped this off. Who am I kidding? I don't have any friends. It was Chris. Craftsman multimeter here. Says it quit working, so the battery lead fell off. I don't know if I could take a look at it. So, yeah, Steve tries to be a friend, but he falls short. He's not the cameraman that Chris is. And as you can tell by some of my videos, I need a cameraman. Let's take a look real quick at what fell off. I don't know how old this meter is, but it's got some fuses in the back. Oh, I can see it got pretty corroded. Yeah, and the wire's corroded off. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the blue coloring on there, and same with the wire. It's broken off. It feels real brittle. So just so happens that I was kind of expecting that, and I had some of these battery holders. So we'll zap it off and see what's going to take to throw a new one on here and get Chris's meter back. Oh, guess there's one more screw I got to take out up here. Seems to be coming right apart real easy. Put this, let's see. Yep, came right out. Okay, let's see. Well, they have a pretty long lead. Mine's not quite so long, so I'll just make it up somewhere. Oh. I'll just cut this and put a some heat shrink tubing on it. Solder it right about there. So let's see. Get my cutters. That one, the bad one, I'll just cut that off to get it out of my way so I can pull them on through. Here would be the new one. It would come out, make it come up and through. I'll probably spend way too long trying to thread these up in there when I can just pull out a bolt and alright, I'm going to timmy it up, dummy it up here. Let's see, that would go in like that, come out here. Leads definitely, I go underneath that. So I'll just put my heat shrink back here in the back somewhere. I'll cut them about here, and I'll even stagger them. We'll cut the red one there and the black one down here a little bit. Put these like so. Kind of guess where they're going to go. Looks like the black one will get cut right about here. And the red one will get cut right about here. Leaving just a little bit extra for solder and whatnot. Alright, so there you have it. Alright, let me pause this while I put these wires up in here, otherwise you'll be watching me all day. Okay, got the wires through the loom there, and a little bit of heat shrink down here, and a little bit of heat shrink down on the red one. And I'll twist the wires together and give them a quick solder. Easier said than done. I don't know where the camera's pointed, so I had to look back. hands get fatter as you get older. Your eyes get worse. Or maybe it's not the same thing. I don't know. Alrighty. Little piece of paper towel. Turn my soldering iron down a little bit. I like to always use the wet sponge. Sometimes I use a paper towel to clean the tip of the soldering iron off. I know it's crazy, just crazy talk, but I do it. So let's see. Not only can I not see what I'm doing, the smoke's going right into my field of view. Alright, I think we got that one. Let me check it and see. Looks like we got that one done. I'll pull the heat shrink over it. Load it up a little bit. Alright, there's one done. Get this side now. Probably wouldn't have hurt to leave more wire on the end there, but the deed is done. All right, I'm slipped over. That one seems to go nice. There it is. Let's see what the heck happened to my heat shrink. Slide the heat shrink over like so. Let me wipe that off. You know, it's a little unprecedented using the end of the soldering iron as the heat shrink melter. Alright, here's that one. Got two done. Pull this back through like it should be. I was going to say like so, but that'll go around like that. Put the roof back on here. Let's see. They have this little ribbon goes underneath the battery so you can get it out. I don't know why I'm spending all this time with it. I can just pull it up. But okay. So that and that. Okay, and then another lesson of don't be a Tim. It's too short. Well, it fits in there nicely. When I put this on, I'll never be able to get that out of there. So if I left myself another inch, there you have it. So, lesson 2, don't be a Tim. So now I have to run new wires. Get some wires and I'll be right back. Sorry. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can pull the black wire out of here. And thinking that they used the, it looks like I gotta pull that whole thing out because the other end of the black wire did not come out. It's actually broken in there. Ah, poop. So, what do we need to pull you out of there altogether? 8,000 screws, okay. So I have to take these screws out all the way around here, it looks like, and then that would get to the 2 wires. So when I pulled it out, it unsoldered, but I can see half the wire still stuck in there, and I have to get it from the underside. So I'm gonna get that out. So we'll be back. Okay, got that ready to come out, I think. There we go. Move this out of our way. You can see the black wire where it goes to V minus is still kind of stuck in there, so let me see what I can do to get that out. Oh, little pieces of wire everywhere. Okay. I think I got that out. Hopefully it's clean enough that I can get the red wire out easily, or that I can get the new wire in. Hopefully I can get the red wire out easily as well. All right, the red wire pulled right out. I'm gonna try and get the solder out of the hole now. Okay. There's the finished product. Got the two holes open right there. Go ahead in, come on, solder iron, get out of my way. All right, now a reminder, don't take too little bit of wire. I'm going to think about double what I pulled out from the black. Alright, let me see if I can easily put this back in. Let's see, the black was the top wire. All right. I'm not going to say whether it was easily or not, but it's back in. Pretty tight fit. I bend it over a little bit. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Now the red wire. How much do I need of that? Again, I'll take about double what I guessed. About there. If I have a little bit of fingernail, I can usually strip that wire, the thinner wire like this, anyhow. Let's see. Oh, poop. Do, do, do. in there, give it a little bend to hold it in place. Try a little bit of salty air. Okie dokie. There's the wires in place. Let me just clean this up a little bit. With a little bit of alcohol, just to get that off of there. It's actually the no clean soldering paste, but I still don't like it on there. And more times than not, when I was cleaning it off, I found that it either had a bad solder joint or something. So it was a good time to go over it. So that's another reason to clean it up. Alrighty. Just like new. Okay, so now let me see if I can wiggle this fella in here. And I'll need more. Let me put this away before I spill it, because you know what would happen if I left that sitting open. It would be spilled everywhere. Get this out of our way. A little bit later, so I don't waste too much time on the camera cleaning stuff up. That can go away. That can go away. This can get out of our way. We use the little thin pieces of shrink tube. Put that back there as well. And let's see. Red and black on that side. My fingers aren't as strong as I thought they were. Red. Get out of here. Black on that side. Better cut my heat shrink tube and put it on right now before I go any further, because you know what'll happen. I'll be all done soldering and it'll be laying on the bench. Here's a piece over the red. Okay. And you know, I didn't put a piece over the black. Or did I? I don't think I did, and even though I'm not soldering the black yet, I still like to put that over there. Because again, you know where it'll be. Okay, there it is. We'll solder the red up first. I can just get the wire to stay still. Here's the red. Oh, sorry about the arm in the camera there. That's not coming apart. It's also up a little bit higher. Not going to let the heat shrink slide on very easily. Use really close, really thin heat shrink, or close to the size of the wire, so there's not much room for error. And I don't mean air like breathing air. I mean air like error. Let's see. All right. I'll just cut off the excess wire here, so it'll fold right past that, theoretically. So the lesson I'm learning here is this. I should slide my heat shrink over the thicker of the two wires, which is the stuff I just put in. Because it's not, it's right about that size. So yet again, don't be a Tim. Come on, get in there. Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger than the wire, so the wire's actually holding it back. All right. I think we got it this time. But, yeah, look, I pulled it too far. Okay. Okay, but this time we've learned our lesson. We're going to pull it over the thicker wire first. And my idea was that if I used the thinnest possible heat shrink tube I could use, it would work better. But here, look at all the work it's created me. All right. Yeah, it really doesn't want to fit over that wire too well. All right, we're going to do it the same way then. At least I'll have something to hold down on this end when I go to spin the heat shrink tubing on. Okay. I think this could be a drinking game. As many times as I say heat shrink tubing, you got to take a shot. Here's that wire forward over. Alrighty. Now we're ready to solder onto that one. Port. I'll squeeze it down a little bit too to get that heat shrink tubing over it easier. Okay, so the lesson we've learned now, lesson number 643 out of a 5-minute job. Don't try and go too tight on the heat shrink tubing. Go ahead. All right. Well, that won't take much heating at all to shrink that onto the wire. Okay, there's that. That job's done. And you know what first thing I looked at when I was done was, did I forget to put those through the strain relief there? But I did not. Thank goodness. Let's see. Oh, here's our doohickey here. These go on here. I don't think I turned anything, so it should still be pretty much lined up with the knob. Yeah, you have to line up the knob itself with the position switch, but I didn't really change anything, so that should stay the same. And there's the actual switch. There's a spring there. A lot of moving parts here. That spring goes right in front of there, okay, like that. And the switch, the on-off switch goes. Then the board goes down onto the readout up top there, which I didn't clean those contacts, so I'm hoping that there's not an issue that wasn't discussed. Or I'll have to pull this back off. Alright, we got the back, it looks like, mainly. Doo-doo. Alright, I think I'm going to pause the camera while I play with this to see why it's not dropping right into place. These, if you look, I don't know if you can see at the very bottom, the orange or pink looking thing with the black line across it, and then down on the bottom of the board is all the contacts. That's for the digital display, that's for the readout. That's where you make your contacts. So if you get one that's acting funky or not working, try cleaning these up. You can use a pencil eraser and some alcohol or whatever. I normally don't do it if there's not an issue, because I don't want to take it apart and make an issue. Alright, let me pause this while I... Seems like it's fallen down, but I must be missing one of the switches somewhere. Okay, I think I got it. I'll tell you in a second. Let me just get these down here so I can not hold it so long. Okay, down in here, there's actually the temperature sensor leads, and they get pinched inside a little piece of plastic. And I think I was missing that, and that's what the whole story was. Couldn't, you could feel something was holding it up, making it rock back and forth, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was. And it seemed to be that, so I took it out and then repositioned it. see. All right. So here's with everything. Let me, I'm actually going to put batteries in this and try it out now that I had it all apart before I put everything back together. So let's see. Well, before I put the other battery, let's turn it, oh, it's into off, so we want to all be surprised. All right, batteries are in. It seems to be working. The only thing I didn't like was when I first started it, this first digit didn't light up like an 8. Let's see what happens. We'll try it again. See right there. I don't know if it's supposed to light up like an 8 or not, but I would think it is. Let me just try and reseat this. This is the screws for the board, or for the display. Trying to look to see if I can see if, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't make that an 8 digit. Let's see, let's look at something like ohms. Oh, let's try, we'll just throw a lead in there and see what happens. Let's see, from common to ohms. 2. I don't like the range hold either. Let me loosen it back up. I think we'll loosen a little bit on the range hold. The data hold works fine, but let me loosen that back up. You can see in there. I'll leave it rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Let me turn it off while I do this and pull a battery out. As you know, if a screw slides down into the wrong area, you know, it will have a non-working, Chris's non-working voltmeter, or DMM. Let's see, that feels good, that feels good, that feels good. Throw the battery back in. Look at it again. Let's see, where was it? It was ohms. I don't know if I have the ability to range out on ohms to see. Range, range, range. Look on that for. Let's see. Temp. Never see anything go out that far. I have the manual for it. Let's try it on volts DC. We'll put it into the power supply and see what we get. Volts. Put that there like so. And bring this one down here like so. Let's see, I got in volts and in common. 13.6. Let's see if I can get the range to go out. Yeah, I don't know that we ever use that first digit unless it's something for This is a transistor tester and a thermometer and everything. So, alright, let's turn this off. Pull that out. Turn the power supply off too so my leads don't bounce together, because you know what'll happen there. I'll pull the batteries out of it. I just want to look at the front. I'm going to look in there to see if I can see if that thing ever lit up. Alright, let me see if I can find anything on this real quick. BRB. Aha, so I did find, and you can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's the manual I found online, and they are showing that that doesn't light up as an 8, it lights up as a backwards 6 for whatever reason. Okay, so I can continue with putting it together and be done with the thing, for crying out loud. Let's see, just kidding, not that bad. All right, let me get the test lead or the battery leads up out of my way. I'm going to go through this painstaking series of operations again. This goes up here. Come on, there you go. And these ribbons, the funny thing about these ribbons is people always wondered what they were for when you see them back in the old days when you buy a transistor radio or something. They were to get the batteries out. You put them underneath the batteries, you probably still see them in smoke detectors, and but you know, they were to get your battery out so you didn't have to dig around in there with a screwdriver or something. So I have a miniature tiny screwdriver I'm using for this. It's good if you have arthritic hands. Let's see. Alright, so there's that. Now I'll put the batteries in here. Pull this back down. Let me just make sure I didn't crush the wires. I noticed that the original wires were kind of crushed. Doesn't seem like they're crushed though. I just thought maybe that was kind of the way it had to be. They didn't leave a strain relief or something. So, all right. So I'll just tuck that in there. I think this one, the one that was in there originally, had like a little piece of foam on it. I'll put that on as well. Well, I can't get it out. How will I get it out? How will I get it out? Oh no. Oh hey. And I'll put the little battery housing lid back on. And so this thing does two things. The bottom screws hold the meter back in and hold the lid on. Now let's see. Put that on there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't want to tighten too tight. Alright, back together, let's check it. Everything's lighting up, all the digits. Buttons all work. Alright, Chris, your meter is done. I mean, stranger that dropped off his meter to get fixed. Thanks for watching. I don't know if this helped anybody or not, or if you just had fun watching me spend entirely too much time fixing a wire. Thanks for watching. See ya.